Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. Today's adventure will take me on a bike ride. Gonna get a little exercise, cruise around, some cardio, maybe discuss a few possible travel options for the near future, as well as checking out something that sits in front of the Disneyland entrance that I am hearing a very strong rumor has been unveiled. I'm just gonna cover a lot of things, but I'm doing it on the bicycle. I'm inviting you to join me. Shall you? Gonna run some errands while I'm out and about as well, so packing up some stuff and bringing along the backpack. The city of Orange right there. You see the sign going straight down Catella. Pretty much it's the three. There's three, the Garden Grove, Orange behind me, and then Anaheim as well, right here. Oh, down a block or two is kind of the threshold of where the three meet. I already must correct myself. Catella's the next set of streets over. This is Chapman. I'm not sure why I said Catella. I knew I was on Chapman. Should have known, because this is where the former Crystal Cathedral sets. Still a cathedral, they just changed the name. See it over there past the hedges. The last time I was here, they alerted me that I'm not supposed to ride the bike through their property. So I'm just walking through here. Take a quick look around. It's a very beautiful property. I remember when I was younger, my dad was a minister when I was growing up. I was a preacher's kid, and even though not a different denomination, I did hear in passing, you know, in the church group about this particular place. They used to air a lot of the sermons on the television. I don't remember watching any of them, but I did hear the name and the minister at that time, which was here for quite a while. You know, just in passing, I would hear that name around. So, pretty interesting. I live not too far from this. The main reason I stopped in here is because there's a little Disney tie-in. There's a little Disney tie-in of someone who is laid to rest here. If you're looking to find the location, just follow along the sidewalk here, and you will notice this very beautiful different pieces making up of the two hands holding there, and the flowers. And in the bottom corner right here, there he is, Thurl Ravenscroft. Probably about 1.5 miles from the Disney parks that he's very prominently featured in. Probably best known as doing the voice of Tony the Tiger, and "You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch" was sang by this gentleman, but can also be noticed in the Tiki Room and the Haunted Mansion as one of the singing busts that a lot of times gets confused for Walt. Maybe you've gone through there on your Doom Bug. Is that supposed to be Walt? Is that Walt? Nope, it's Thurl. On Harbor Boulevard now, turning into a shopping area, to a place that I frequent on occasions for a few products. For a very short duration, lock the bike up here on this meter. I'm only going to be in there a moment or two, so it should be okay. I had a few of these items prior to discovering that they carried them in here, so I usually stock up on, you know, 3 or 4 at a time. I do wash these, but after a week or so of using the same one, even after cleaning, I discard of it. And they're pretty inexpensive, so usually when I'm in this neighborhood, I'll go in and get some more of these for a little backup stash. They were all out of the ones I normally get, but got a few of a different style. I do have the one I'm wearing. I have a few of it back at the house as well. Still here, safe and sound. The bag's a little fuller than you might have been expecting, because they had t-shirts that were 3 for $14 or 3 for $15, so I went ahead and got 3. As of right now, I've been sticking with the eating better game plan, doing really well. Tomorrow, most likely tomorrow, I will be doing a weigh-in. giving a little update, but I'm pretty happy so far with how it's progressing. I am not disappointed at all. Stay in the course. Check this out. Rental car places are back. Oh, that guy just... He surprised me. Rental car places are back on track. People are traveling. Just 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, there was no vehicles here. It was completely closed. But now it's not. It's back at it. Also people traveling on that bus. That's the same one that just passed me. It was stopped back there. I gained a little momentum. But now, the bus has bested me once again. Technically, I could go right past and gain the lead, but I'm gonna just kind of park over here for a moment. July 17th, Disneyland was gonna open. And also I will not be passing the bus because I'm gonna be turning that way and going towards the convention center. The Anaheim, California Disney parks were gonna open, DCA and Disneyland proper, on July 17th, but that has been halted. No one really knows, or it hasn't been announced, when the gates will and the parking lots will once again rear their head, with the exception of July 9th, as far as everyone knows, is still going to be happening at downtown Disney, unless it's ever changing. There's always rules, regulations that are, it's like ebbs and flows, so just gotta pay attention to what the state says. I kind of gave up maybe a month and a half ago, a couple weeks or more, of just trying to kind of guesstimate on what was going to take place. So now I just look at the presented facts and, you know, what each place says, and just go with that. It just kind of makes sense for me. There's a lot being said, floating around. It's very confusing. I am guilty of being confused as well. Interesting times. I'm riding down here because I want to show through the window where during D23, myself and a group of friends and probably 10, maybe 15,000 other folks slept on concrete waiting for the parks panel to hear all the announcements that would be taking place on the east and west coast, you know, for the Disney parks. And a lot of that stuff has been put on hold. All those announcements that we were so excited for. Some stuff is happening, but some stuff we're gonna have to wait a little bit for. Down those stairs, the bottom floor, it's kind of the holding section. So different not seeing crowds of people here at the convention center. It'll return. But for now, it's very peaceful and has been for a while. I used the rental car place, showed that kind of as a tie-in, you know, to a little subject I want to discuss. I am heavily considering doing a bit of traveling. Now, I have been scouring each particular state that I am considering going to, whether or not if I arrive, if once I get there, I have to stay put for the 2 weeks, 14 days, and out of all of them, the ones that I have kind of floating around, possibly thinking about going to, whether driving to them or getting on a plane and flying to them, as of the recording of this video, there is nothing out there of those. The only ones that I can see are the tri-state area, New York, Connecticut, New Jersey, I believe. Don't quote me on this, maybe Massachusetts. Now, if any of those precise regulations change by the time I depart or arrive, then I will follow what is placed in order. But without clear cut, I'm just showing this. This is an Electra. It's not an electric, it's pedal powered. There is no motor on this, but it's an Electra, in case you're wondering. I am stating this simply to ease the blow a little bit. If anyone out there sees, like, why the heck is Adam getting in a, why did he alert us that he was taking a rental car and driving somewhere? And I just did go to Arizona with my friend Sean, only for 3 days back, and that kind of got the wheels in motion for, you know, I'm gonna go and see and do, there's stuff I need to document that I need to see, and I've given it quite a bit of thought. I have mulled over the good and bad points. From my perspective, if I am anywhere, there's no one around right now, there's no one back there. You can hear someone back there with a, you know, a weed eater of some sort, but it's way around the corner, probably a couple 100 yards. There's no one anywhere in not only elbow room or, you know, 6 feet or so. There is no one, but if I got close to, is someone back there? Is that, oh, that was just a tree. I thought there was a person. But if even if I'm riding the bike, if I'm walking, going into a store, right now I'm just getting a little fresh air. I put this on, even when I'm cruising around on the bicycle. And that will continue. I have no problem doing that. I am a very stubborn person. I have a lot of thoughts roaming around about what I feel I should be doing. If you tell me to do something, my first inclination is I'm not gonna listen to anything. But I'm here to say I have no problems at all donning this and wearing this. I've kind of gotten used to it in a lot of ways. Now, it is a very heated subject matter, and I get some people, that's not their thing. And I can appreciate that. But for me, for what I do and the way, you know, just things are going, then I have no problem with that. So I will continue to do that, you know, doing the washing of the hands, using the Purell or other accessories like that. I have no issue whatsoever with. If that is what it takes for us, for me, well, not for us, for me, I'm just talking about me, putting what my thoughts are out there, to be able to go through things that are open, then so be it. I would rather have things stay open in a very safe manner, whether that means maybe not eating in restaurants, maybe only getting takeout, you know, going to places. That is what I would like to do. And if it doesn't go that way and everything closes up, then I will roll with the punches on that and abide by, you know, kind of like, you know, whatever life throws at us. But this is a very long-winded, I know. If something is open and the states or the US government, but the state by state, each state is different, the counties, the cities say this is okay, this is what we're saying. If you follow these rules, you can still go to this. Then I have come up to the conclusion that me personally, living alone, wherever I travel to, will be getting a hotel alone, keeping my distance, wearing that product, washing the hands. Every place has your stickers along the ground. Everything in order. If it is in proper order, if I feel uncomfortable, I will leave. But if everything is in order, I'm gonna be there. You know, if by tomorrow or the next day or whatever I decide to head out, the mandates have changed and it says, if you arrive at some place other than California, you must sit indoors for 14 days, then I won't go. I will stay here. I'm not gonna go somewhere and break those rules. That will not be happening. So yeah, I put my mask back on because, hello. Everyone's wanting to race me today. No matter what I say, it's always going to be met with, you know, someone on the opposite spectrum. And I get that. I totally get that. I'm the same way. Someone says something and I go, I don't know, that doesn't sound right to me. And I wish I had all the answers. I really wish I did. But myself and everyone else just have to go with our gut instinct. I am not asking for approval. I am not putting a poll out there wanting to know what everyone thinks. Just making a statement. That way, if that near future day appears, it wasn't a surprise. That's it. That's the only reason I'm stating this. And just kind of to, I've been wanting to say it for a while. I just wanted to get all that out there. Okay, enough of that. Moving on. Had my first temperature check the other day. It was like 97.8 or something like that. It was a little tad bit lower than normal. Pretty happy about that. It was the first time I was very excited. The person that had the little machinery was kind of giddy with how stoked I was on having it taken. Yet another rental facility. This is filled up. This was empty less than a week ago. They are ready. Still haven't got a total confirmation that this is one of the most popular and busiest 7-Elevens in the US, but that's what a lot of people say. Once the park's here, open, but whoa, it got very shadowy under here. Once the park's open back up here, I have to swing back by and just see if it is that busy there. And now for the moment of truth. About a month ago, I rode my bike past the Disneyland entrance up here about another city block or so, and they had removed the Walk of Fame, which were maybe a dozen or so, maybe 3/4 of a dozen stars that were in the concrete similar to this. And then I discovered a couple days later that they had moved what I thought they had moved them right up here. And I'm not seeing it. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Right there. Okay, it begins here. The Anaheim Walk of Fame. Starting with Peter G. Muth of Orco Block Company. He was a philanthropist. And they stretch all along. They're kind of hidden, but they are here. Just gonna go down the row with Sammy Lee, an Olympic diving gold medalist. All right, let's just continue on walking. Donna and John Crean, they were the founders of the Fleetwood Enterprises. Oh, the Righteous Brothers. There you go, recording artists, the Righteous Brothers. They have a star here, the Anaheim Walk of Fame. Gene Autry. Heck yeah. Says Angels baseball there. You can kind of see it in the shadow. But that's Gene Autry. The leaf above it is obscuring the sun. And right over there, Guardians of the Galaxy. The Yorba family, who are pioneers. Oh, the next city over is Yorba Linda. Well, maybe not the next city, but it's in close proximity. Bruno Serrato, Anaheim White House restaurant. John F. Salmon, PA. He was a humanitarian. Henry and Susan Samueli. They were the owners, or they are the owners, or they were or are, of the Anaheim Ducks. Very notable names here. Oh, here, I recognize this one. Carl's Jr. founders, Margaret and Carl N. Karcher. July 17th, 1941. That's an interesting date, because July 17th, 55 was when Disneyland opened its doors. And last and certainly not least, Mr. Walt Disney, right there. And the entrance, the Harbor Boulevard entrance to his theme park is right down there, 1 block. From this perspective, they're very noticeable, but if you're just cruising down the sidewalk, you can pass them very easily. They're kind of obscured by these bushes. And I wanted to point them out because if you weren't paying attention, you might not notice them. See, they're kind of hidden, kind of, sort of, till you get right up on them. Pretty cool. I'm really happy they did not remove them for good. And to be honest, I like them better in this spot than where they were before. Very fitting that Walt is the first one after exiting the park. Thought maybe he'd be in the middle there, but no, he's the first one. It kind of makes sense. I see the beam up here. Nothing on the beam. There goes no monorail. For now. There is quite a bit of activity happening back in there. Now they have, well, this could be speculation, they have pushed back the July 17th, which would be the 65th anniversary reopening date. No telling when it will be reopening. And as of now, unless it's been changed, Downtown Disney, which is on the other side of the Esplanade, this is the harbor entrance. You go in here, you go past the ticket booths, Esplanade, you continue on. You have Grand Californian Hotel. You know, you go through Downtown Disney, you have the Disneyland Hotel. That's on the other side of the parks. The Esplanade right in the middle, Disneyland over there, DCA over here. I would be happy if the parks open in a moderately decent time frame, given that there were safety measures in place and those who were showing up, the cast members, to work, if they felt comfortable enough and had the decision to make whether they wanted to be here or not be here. Everyone thinks differently. No one really has the pinpointed right definition of how, you know, others should be. You have to go off of what everyone else is thinking and what their feelings are and what their mental thought process is on it. We are all different, and we have to accept everyone else's what they feel comfortable with. But if it opens, Downtown Disney, Disneyland, maybe soon after that, Walt Disney World is still slated for opening, I believe, July 11th, for Magic Kingdom and Epcot the 15th, maybe 16th. It could still continue. Things are changing. No one knows. You have to just kind of roll with it. That's going to do it for today. If you're new here, please subscribe. By doing so, helps keep you in the loop. Update on future uploads here on this channel. Take it a step further and ring that notification bell. If you enjoyed this particular episode, give it a big thumbs up. It lets me know you care. I'll see you in the next video, the vlog. Oh, by the way, just roll up under here. The vlog is over.